pay very close attention to the verbiage within each and every single one of these consumer law codes. Make sure as well too that you guys are above all else knowing where to actually send these letters off when you guys are inserting these consumer laws into your guys' disputes with these corporations. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm tuning in from Japan. Much love, one love worldwide. So let's get right into it. So first and foremost, the first consumer law code is going to be 15 USC 1681 C2. See, this one's going to be for inquiries. If you guys have inquiries, these are literally the 4 steps that it states for you guys to get a block of information resulting from identity theft. So these right here, the 4 steps include identity. So that'll be, proof of identification. Number 2 will be your identity theft report. What is your identity theft report? That identity theft report you can create at ftc.gov. Number 3 is the identification of such information. So another form of identification. And then a statement by the consumer that the information is not information relating to the transaction by consumers. So that's for inquiries. Now let's go ahead and go to debt collectors. How many of you guys got debt collectors? If you guys have debt collectors on your consumer report, I'm going to show you guys what consumer law code to go ahead and use to get debt collection off your guys' consumer report and to trump the, and not to trump, but to, this is the quickest way in which I've seen many times, and I filed this through the CFPB. And it's a letter that you guys could even use through ChatGPT to help you guys draft up. Very simple, but this one's going to be 15 USC 1692 CC. So this is communication in connection with debt collection. So this is a whole subchapter, the FDCPA, dealing with debt collection. So right here, if a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt or that the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication, real quick, let's stop and look at the term communication. So the term communication means the conveying of information regarding a debt directly or indirectly to any person through any medium. So any medium is also a consumer report. It's, also through mail. It's also a phone call, any medium, right? So we're ceasing all mediums of communication by us exercising 15 USC 1692 CC. So if a consumer notifies the debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt or that the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt. So that's for debt collectors, and I like to send that off through the CFPB. Now, if you guys have an auto loan, I want you guys to go ahead and look at your guys' auto loan contracts. I want you to look in the truth and lending disclosure, and I want you to look for the, in that chart, drop a 3 in the chat box if you guys are familiar with your truth and lending disclosure. It's the chart that has your APR, your finance charge, the amount financed, the total payments, etc. Right? So drop a 3 in the chat box if you guys are familiar with that. I want to see who's familiar with that truth and lending disclosure. So within that family, I want you guys to know that there's something called a finance charge. Well, many people don't know the true definition of a finance charge, but you guys can find that here in 15 USC 1605. Okay, I see the 3s. I love the 3s. Rising Greatness. I love that name. Peace, God. Junkie Nuts. I love it. All right, family. So determination of a finance charge. So I want you guys to understand that the amount of the finance charge in connection with any, so many people think, oh, this is just for mortgages. This is just for, the specific transaction. No, it's for any consumer credit transaction. A consumer credit transaction is any time that your credit card is pulled. If you guys are just tuning in, family, make sure to get the likes up. We're going over 10 consumer law codes to help you guys remove any account. All I ask of you guys is that you guys drop a simple like. It takes not but 2 seconds to drop a like so more people can get in tune with this information. So any consumer credit transaction shall be determined as the sum of all charges. All right, so if it's the sum of all charges, that means it's the total amount. The sum of 1 plus 1 is always 2. It can never be 3. It can never be 4. It can never be anything more. It can never be anything less. That's the total amount. So therefore, I want you guys all really quick to go look up your guys' finance charge. And then I want you guys to, once you found that finance charge, go look into case law studies as to individuals that have gone through and read their truth and lending disclosure and used 15 USC 1605 to go ahead and get the removal and get remedy for understanding that the finance charge has already been credited. I want you right after you look at the finance charge to look at the amount financed. The amount financed is always going to cover the finance charge, always. And read what it says very carefully under the amount financed. the amount of credit provided to. Okay, so now this is also going hand in hand with it as well too. It's 15 USC 1611. So this is number 4, consumer law code number 4, and this is criminal liability for willful and knowing violation. Right? So this is whoever willfully and knowingly gives false or inaccurate information or fails to provide information which he is required to disclose under the provision of this subchapter or any regulation issued thereunder. So this is for all auto loans, whether that's it's current, whether it's been repossessed, whether it's been charged off, whatever, wherever that auto loan contract and account stands. So I want you guys to understand 15 USC and 1605 and 1611 are 2 consumer law codes that you guys will use in the process of disputing with that financial institution. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to, let's see. This can be for multiple accounts. This one right here. So this is the 5th consumer law code. If you guys are just tuning in, family, drop what city you guys are tuning in from. Maybe share something as well too that you guys are all grateful for today. Top of the rising out in America. I'm in Japan, so it's 11:30 over here. Let me check these charts real quick. Okay. So I'm about to insert real quick. I thought I'd be done with this by now, but 30. All right, not me missing the move. So we're currently about to be trading as. I was waiting for that sell, but got a little distracted. It's gonna come back though. I'll wait a little bit. Okay, so the 5th consumer law code, 15 USC 681 S2. 1681 S2, I want you guys to understand. This can go for charge-offs. This can go for collections. This can go for, really any account that's on one's consumer report. I like to use 1681 S2 with the consumer reporting agency. So it states a person shall not, and typically whenever they state a person, they're referring to a corporation, furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. So for inaccurate information, this is what we'll find. If you guys have spotted inaccuracies on your consumer report, we'll literally come here and we'll use this consumer law code. And this is 15 USC 1681 S2. And there's many, many, many case law studies with this specific consumer law code. So we're halfway done. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and get the likes up. We're currently in this trade. We're up 100 pips and we're sitting in profit. Minimal risk, high reward. All right, then let's go ahead and continue with our topic. So now if you guys have been denied credit, who here has been denied credit? So if you've been denied credit, I want you guys to come here to, let's see. Yeah, there it is. The term unauthorized use. This is for the denial of credit. This is for a charge-off. This is for a collection account. This is for any account that you, being the cardholder, receive no benefit. So if it's been charged off, what benefit do you receive from that account being charged off? If you've been denied credit, what benefit do you receive from you being denied credit? So I want you guys to understand that this right here, the term unauthorized use, which is in 15 USC 1602, is used for you guys to be able to go out and exercise, because if anytime our credit is being ran, we're crediting them always. So we should always receive some type of benefit. And if there's no benefit which we're not receiving, then this is unauthorized use of our consumer reports and our credit card. So that's for a denial of credit typically. So if you've been denied credit, what benefit are you receiving from being denied credit? We forever rising indeed. Rising greatness. Come on now. You know the vibes. All right, family. Now this is for my individuals where your guys' privacy has been invaded. So this can be among a variety of different types of accounts. So, I wouldn't just specifically put this upon one, but this is actually the Graham-Leach-Bailey Act. So a lot of credit card accounts, if your account's been sold to a debt collector, this is perfect for that as well too. This is perfect in many different cases, and this is 15 USC 6801, and this is the protection of personal information. It states that it's a policy of Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its consumers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those consumers' non-public personal information. So if your information has been sold to a third-party debt collector, this is right here what I would use, 15 U.S.C. 6801, against that financial institution, as they're obligated to protect one's public or non-public personal information. So that's the Graham-Leach-Bailey Act. That's Chapter 94 within Title 15. Now we're going to head back to the FDCPA dealing with debt collectors. So a lot of times, in repossessions, and a lot of times through charged off accounts, they'll try and come and garnish your guys' wages. Well, I want to take you guys here to 15 USC 1692E. And on here, we're going to come and scroll down to number 4. It states that the representation or implication that that non-payment of any debt will result in the arrest or imprisonment of any person or the seizure, garnishment, attachment, or the sale of any property or wages of any person unless such action is lawful and the debt collector or creditor intends to take such action. Then we continue. So there's many different violations that you guys will find in 15 U.S.C. 692E. So right here it states a debt collector may not use any false, deceptive, or misleading representation or means in the connection with the collection of any debt without limiting the general application of the foregoing. Also right here, if there's an attorney that's, representing any of these companies, this is right here what shuts down and has shut down many cases. I've even seen firsthand people in court and an attorney's representing that financial institution, and they've used this one right here and they automatically won that case because, they're acting off of hearsay. And the court of law is not what you know, but it's what you can prove. And they were not there present throughout the transaction, and they're operating completely off hearsay. So 15 U.S.C. 1692E, number 3, if any attorney is representing any of these companies. Now, I want to tell you guys here for those companies, how many of you guys have disputed and how many of you guys have had these companies tell you that it's been, verified, that it's accurate, that they went through and investigated. Drop a 5 in the chat box if that's you, if you've done that. Drop a 5 in the chat box if you've gone through and sent off a dispute and then they sent you back a complaint saying that it's accurate and that it's verified. I'm curious. Profit. Just, small amounts right now. $7. Move. All right, we got a 5. So, if that's the case, then I want you guys to request their method of verification. And I like to use 15 U.S.C. 1692G because there's 4 things that they're obligated, 5 things that they're obligated to sharing with you guys when validating any debt. And I want you guys to read this as well too. The failure of a consumer to dispute the validity of a debt under this section may not be construed by any court as an admission of liability by the consumer. All right, so this is 1692G. So this is for those that, have sent off a letter and they've stated that it's accurate or that it's verified. This is what we'll use right here, validation of debts. And this is requesting their method of verification. Now, this one right here is going to be for any credit card contract, any, auto loan contract, any mortgage contract, any eviction. This is for any collection account, any of those accounts, student loan accounts, so I'll go through it again. So student loan accounts, repossessions, any type of auto loan, any type of credit card, any type of mortgage, contract. This is what you guys will use to get yourselves out of that contract. And this is the right of rescission as to certain transactions. So what time is it? 9:38. Let me check this charts real quick. If price stays below here, we're going to continue to sell. If price goes above here and closes, then we're going to get a push up and we're going to keep buying. So we'd have to close out on the trade and we'd have to take a minor L, but I'm going to wait it out. We got some time. I still like these sells. The thing about trading is patience. That was just a 2 minute. Granted, we do got this 2 candle push and this third candle right here. We got to see what it does. If it gets above this EMA, we may continue to buy. If it stays below, I'm positive we're going to get this push down. So we got another minute to wait it out and see. While we're waiting, this is the last consumer law code. Let's go ahead and go through this. Except as otherwise provided in the section, in the case of any consumer credit transaction, many people are like, oh no, this is only for mortgages. This is only for, whatever, only for mortgages, because right here, let's see, where's it at? Required. So it says any property. So just because it talks about property here, many people think that, oh, this is only for mortgages. This doesn't, go hand in hand with auto loans. This goes with any consumer credit transaction. Just like we read earlier with 15 USC 1605, this too applies to any consumer credit transaction in which a security interest, including any such interest arising by the operation of law, is or will be retained or acquired in any property which is used as a principal dwelling of the person to whom credit is extended. The obligor shall have the right to rescind, so us being the obligor throughout the transaction, until midnight of the third business day. So people typically think, oh, I only got, 3 days to go ahead and exercise my right to rescind. Well, that's not true. That's why we got to keep reading, or the delivery of the information and rescission forms. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you guys have been delivered your rescission documents and paperwork. I don't know about you guys, but I never have, nor have I really ever seen, such. But they're required to under this section. And this also goes hand in hand with 15 USC 1611, because whoever willfully and knowingly gives false or inaccurate information, or if they fail to provide information which he's required to disclose under this section, they can be fined 5,000, or they can be in prison more than 1 year, or both. So we're not just talking about, okay, we're getting remedy, but people can actually be in prison for such as well too, for them knowingly and willfully withholding documents and forms which they're required under this section. This is truth in lending. Also under here as well too, 15, I'm going to leave you guys with this, 15 USC 1640. There's a big payday under truth in lending. So if there's any consumer law codes, this is the 11th one. To know definitely this, because here you guys can actually get paid twice the amount of finance charge for any violation within truth and lending. All right, so you guys can get double the finance charge. Double the finance charge is what you guys can get for any violation in truth and lending. So for them knowingly and willfully withholding these forms which are required under the section, that's a violation. Also, for them not exercising their right of rescission, that's another violation. So that's 2. Now you go look at that finance charge. That's double the finance charge times 2. All right. Sheesh. Okay, so then it just basically tells you how to, exercise your right of rescission. And then step number 2 is when you've exercised your right of rescission, this is what you guys will read and go through here. I got a great video going over the right of rescission. We're about to be right back in profit. Check it out, family. I know y'all not here for this, though. But just had to let y'all know, man. Patience pays. But yeah, so those are 10 consumer law codes. I hope that will help each and every single one of you guys through your guys' process, through your guys' journey. If you guys got any questions, please comment down below. I just wanted to bring light upon these. Use AI to help you guys, highly recommend that you guys do such to make your job easier, to make your job more efficient, to be able to get more letters sent out, and above all else, to be able to get expedited results. So I appreciate you all. I'm looking forward to the results that come out of this. I'm tuning out. It's 11:45 out here in Japan. How much you change to get this stuff off? So we got a couple different services. I believe you said how much do we charge instead of change, but we got a couple different services. We got an online university, which is our beginner, and really we got a lot of it. We got a lot, and really everything you need to know in depth in terms of, consumer law, business credit, business funding, personal funding. And that starts at $97, right? And $97 a month as well too. And then if you guys are really looking to get access to me, my private community, and work hands-on with me, we have a mentorship as well too, which that's $2,500. Also, you get access to a non-citizen national passport card, as well as getting a trust set up, and that trust is a 508c18. So that's a private trust. That's you guys being able to set up your own church, your own ministry through that 508c18. Sheesh, she's busting. Let me show you. Sheesh. We do this for real. I said if she doesn't push above here more, she's going to come back and sell. And what does she do? That's the 1 minute too. Let me show you the higher time frame. 8 minute. I believe we're on the 8 minute. Boom. Just came to this EMA, didn't close above, sold below. We got that push. But yeah, I teach, this stuff in there as well too. My mentorship. I'm about to drop some crypto stuff in the university. I'm about to drop some videos as well too, a more in-depth process in the university. So we got a couple different things, to make it happen. It's pretty easy from what I've learned. But teamwork makes the dream work. It's very simple, and I even got all the videos here on my main channel as well too. So don't think you guys got to invest in any of my services, because y'all don't. I'm looking to serve you guys. I'm looking to help you guys. But at the end of the day, we got to be able to do the things that we need to do. And with that being said, if you guys are looking to get access to my time, that is going to cost, because I'm, traveling. I got a life. I got, a virtual assistant agency. I got a lot of other businesses that I run as well too. So sheesh, she's doing her thing. Let me check it out. So, definitely. And just the knowledge, the information I've invested into, you guys are getting this at hand in at scale, a lot more than. And at the end of the day, mentorship is a time machine. I've already been through a lot of the things and the steps and the processes that you guys are going through or about to go through. There we go. She's pushing now. Pow. Excellent. I'm tuned in. Always get your lives. And also make sure y'all are tuned into as well our online university, our Discord, our public Discord. We got a free Discord as well too. Free Discord, open to the public, so man, there's a lot of things that I got together for y'all. Let me show you this real quick though. This is actually something from our university, from one of our clients one of our students, that's been plugged in for about 2 months now, maybe a month. But boom, recent deletions, boom. Some of my recent deletions from one of my clients' accounts were in a collection / charge-off status. I got one court account erased the same exact day, and another account erased after a week and a half. Apply the information. It's all here. Now I'm going to go through arbitration next. So real life, let me show y'all this too, man. We really do this shit. Yeah. So y'all want to make money, man, make money moves, start literally printing money, tap in, man. We making it happen. I just partnered with this crypto platform where they're educating people on crypto as well too. Crypto is doing this thing, but I appreciate y'all, man. Stay blessed, protect your energy, make sure you guys are pouring into yourselves every single day. It's top of the rising out there. So do something for yourself. Do something to enlighten yourself. Reach out to people you love. This life is so short. Let them know you love them. Love on those that love you, and love on those, that have always been there for you, man. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Truly, I appreciate the support. Let's get the likes up and let's keep doing our thing, man. If y'all got questions, if y'all need help, reach out to me. I'm here for y'all. I'm here to serve, and I'm here to help y'all grow in any way possible, man. So I appreciate y'all. Text our number at 305 575-2843. I'll say that one more time. And this is going to get you guys a Discord link. You know, if you guys got questions, you know, it's best to ask in the Discord link because I'm not the only one running our business number. But so if you guys got questions, ask in the Discord link or on the Discord chat. If you guys need the link, text us at 305-575-2843. One love, family. I'll see you guys shortly. You know, it's 12 o'clock out here in Japan, so I'm about to, you know, get some more work done for the next couple hours and then head to bed here pretty soon. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. One love.